last night in Prague. You can see how beautiful this city is lit up, St. Nicholas Church. I also saw this church lit up by the sun just a couple evenings ago. Off to New York tomorrow, 49ers. I guess luckily there hasn't been a whole lot of news on their front. I'd say the only update that I have for you so far this weekend's from Jimmy Garoppolo. We talked a lot about that a couple days ago when I first arrived here, when I was in Chicago, a little bit before this trip to Europe. Jimmy Garoppolo reworked his contract with the Raiders. They forced him to rework it because he failed his physical due to the foot injury. We talked about that, but he no longer has a guaranteed signing bonus in the contract. He has money that is guaranteed if he passes a physical. So they converted, I think it was an $11.5 million signing bonus into base salary for Jimmy Garoppolo. That money will be paid to him as soon as he passes a physical. He hasn't yet done that for the broken foot that was still bothering him for whatever reason when he signed with the Raiders. That's why the press conference was delayed today. How does this affect the 49ers? Well, they stand to benefit in the compensatory pick process and that formula if Jimmy Garoppolo does sign elsewhere. But if he doesn't, well, then they'll probably lose a third-round comp pick because you'll lose out the pick that balances the Javon Hargrave signing. So the Mike McGlinchey pick then would also hurt the 49ers in the comp process, and you probably lose a third-round pick. So the 49ers hoping that Jimmy does play for the Raiders. And I think the Raiders, you look at this, I think the Raiders expect him to play for them. They could have backed out of the deal entirely after he failed the physical. They didn't. Instead, they just ensured that they had no downside in the contract, that if the foot didn't fully heal, that they could let go of him. So probably no harm, no foul in this situation. Raiders just protecting themselves, but I had to let you know of the potential impact to the 49ers. So anyway, 49ers update this week. Flying to New York tomorrow. We'll get some good stuff out from New York, good content out from New York. Then to San Francisco on Tuesday. 49ers are going to practice on Wednesday, open to the media for OTAs. Brock Purdy resumes throwing this week, so we've got Trey Lance and Sam Darnold on the field throwing at practice. Brock Purdy update will definitely be heading your way. Stuff is starting to cook for the 49ers, who are going to make those assistant coaches available to the media as well. So hopefully I held down the fort well enough for you here from Prague. We'll talk to you all on the other side of the pond tomorrow in New York, unless some other news hits first. If some other news hits first, well, then another show from what I think is the most beautiful city in Europe will be coming very soon. All right, time to head back to the hotel. Everybody, take care. Happy Memorial.